Crowded mall, concert, packed subway. Your heart races, your chest tightens, you can't breathe. Everyone else looks fine, but you're scanning for the nearest exit. Society calls you antisocial or anxious, but neuroscience has a different name for you: sensory intelligent. And here's why people who hate crowds might actually be processing reality more accurately than everyone around them. Before you assume you're just socially awkward, consider this. Brain scans show people who hate crowds have higher activity in their sensory processing centers, meaning you're not imagining the overwhelm, you're experiencing more of reality. You're likely part of the 20% of the population with a nervous system wired for high sensitivity. You detect threats faster, process details deeper, and respond to stress quicker. So what's really happening in your brain when you walk into a crowd, and why is this trait actually a survival superpower? Reason 1, the sensory overload reality. Your sensory system is on high definition. When you enter a crowd, your brain isn't just seeing people, it's processing conversations, footsteps, body odor, temperature changes, movement patterns simultaneously. You're running 4K resolution while others are on standard definition. Psychology calls this sensory processing sensitivity. What feels like background noise to most people registers as signals to your brain. You're not weak, you're hyper-aware. The cost? Exhaustion. The benefit? You notice danger, social cues, and environmental changes that 80% of people completely miss. You're the one who spots the fire exit before the alarm even goes off. Reason 2, the control paradox. Crowds eliminate your autonomy, and your brain hates that. In a crowd, you can't control your personal space, your path, or your exposure to germs and noise. Everything becomes unpredictable, the exact condition that triggers your amygdala's threat response. Research shows people with high need for control experience crowds as psychological imprisonment. You're not antisocial, you're autonomy-driven. While others tolerate chaos, you need predictability to feel safe. The people who love crowds? They're either dopamine-seeking extroverts or they've learned to disassociate from discomfort. You're actually staying present with reality, and reality in crowds is genuinely uncomfortable. Reason 3, the energy economics. Every stranger costs you energy. Here's the truth. For you, each person in your proximity triggers unconscious processing. Are they a threat? What's their mood? Mirror neurons fire. Empathy circuits activate. In a crowd of 100 people, your nervous system runs 100 background programs simultaneously. That's why 10 minutes in a crowd feels like 10 hours of work. You're paying the cognitive cost of deep environmental awareness. The crowd lovers aren't stronger, they're just less perceptive. Now, let's be real. Not all crowd avoidance is healthy. If you're avoiding crowds because of panic disorder or agoraphobia that stops you from living your life, that's not preference, that's pain. If fear keeps you trapped inside, that needs professional support. But if you simply prefer quiet spaces because crowds drain you, that's self-knowledge. One is a prison built by fear, the other is a sanctuary built by wisdom. Know the difference. So next time someone calls you no fun for skipping the packed festival, remember this: you're not missing out, you are opting out. Your hatred of crowds isn't a flaw, it's sensory honesty. You're not antisocial, you're selectively social. And your ability to recognize what drains you, that's your real superpower. Drop a comment. Do you hate crowds, or are you one of the lucky ones who love them? And if this video made you feel understood, subscribe, stay aware, stay selective, stay sane.